Not one, not two, but 3 houses for the price of one.
Guys, we are here less than 15 minutes away from NRG Stadium and right next to the Medical Center South on the south side of Houston. This is one of the newest triplexes on the market in Houston. They have a 3-bedroom, 3-bath duplex in the front, and they fit an ADU in the back with 2 bedrooms and 1 bathroom. There are so many rooms in this property. This is the ideal multi-unit residential property that you want to invest in. This is how you turn residential real estate into income generating assets. Guys, they can use this for a pad split. You can use this on Airbnb, rent by the room, or rent it out to large groups. There's so much flexibility. And if you rent out all these rooms and decide to maybe even live on one side of the duplex or maybe live in the ADU, you definitely can get the majority of your mortgage paid, if not all of it, as rents continue to rise. The appreciation that's going to come from a property like this is huge. This is one of the first properties leveraging the new Livable Places Ordinance that passed in Houston at the end of last year around November. You don't want to miss this opportunity. If you're in the market looking to house hack, or you're looking for your next investment, this is it. I would buy this all day over a regular duplex because the more units you have, the more cash flow you get. So definitely check out this triplex if you're in the market.
Welcome to Sunnyside, Houston, Texas. This property offers you 3 houses for the price of 1. If you've been looking for your window of opportunity to invest in the multifamily industry, this is it. Don't let it pass you by. I can help you get the home, and Levon can help you get the loan. If you want to know how, just reach out to us on Instagram. We're only 15 minutes from the world-known Houston Medical Center, NRG Stadium, downtown Houston, Texas, the Museum District, and many more. That's just to name a few. So don't miss your window of opportunity to invest in the real estate multifamily booming industry of Houston, Texas. This wonderful property not only offers 3 houses, but 1 restroom per bedroom in your duplex, which is 1,050 square feet. This home behind me, it's a 2-bedroom, 1-bath home as well. The possibilities are endless. Not only can you house hack, live in 1, rent 2, or just rent all 3. The choice is yours. So reach out and ask me how you can become Houston's newest multifamily real estate investor. Yeah.
Hey guys, we are here at this wonderful 3-unit property out here in Sunnyside. The builder's got a duplex in the front. We're sitting in the ADU property in the back. And we just wanted to have a conversation about multi-unit properties. I think that this is a great opportunity. This property is on the market. Mm-hmm. It's priced great, and we're just big proponents of multi-unit income generating assets.
Definitely.
This is something we'd love to have a conversation about.
Absolutely.
So with a multi-unit property, I'm a big proponent of it because you're able to reduce your biggest expense, which is your housing expense.
Correct.
Or potentially, cover your mortgage entirely.
Right.
So if you want a house hack and potentially live in the front property and rent out the other, this is a huge opportunity. They have 2 bedrooms that they fit here in this back unit. They've been able to fit 3 bedrooms, and each bedroom in the front on each side of the duplex has its own bathroom, correct?
It does, and it's beautiful. So this is a duplex in the front, and like Levon said, accessory dwelling unit in the back. There you have a unit A, unit B, and a unit C. Unit C is the ADU. The duplex, which is right in front of the ADU, it's 1,050 square feet per side, and each bedroom has a full bathroom to it. So that even maximizes your potential when it comes to house hacking, or when it even just comes to your tenant potential. This is property, not only can you rent one side, live in the other, rent all three, but with that bathroom in each bedroom, it even gives you the possibility to do a co-living space. Co-living is where you have a tenant per bedroom. So that's right here, we got a total of 8 bedrooms. So that's a potential of 8 tenants.
Yeah, I mean,
imagine that.
And there's sites popping up like padsplit.com
Yes.
that will actually manage that situation for you, because it could be a little tricky with having multiple people in a shared space. But you set it up properly, configure rooms with separate locks. Correct. And let a third party company manage it. Then you don't have to deal with it directly.
Right. Or you can have the possibility of even, let's say, you have children, you have grandchildren that are already grown up. Maybe you want to live on one side, have your children live on another side, have your grandchildren live in another home. This is definitely a property that can offer you to live with your family next door or your friends next door. It just offers so many endless possibilities on how you, the homeowner, can configure it to where it works best for what works for you right now.
And you could probably hear the planes going on overhead, but the proximity is key, right? As a realtor, location.
Definitely.
Right? So we're literally in a triangle of great proximity to the NRG Stadium, which is the football stadium for Houston. Woo-woo. The medical center south,
Texans.
which is a huge medical center near
World
Houston.
Known.
Very close, like 10 to 15 minutes away from downtown. Houston Hobby Airport is to the east of us.
Yes,
it's like 10, 15 minutes away.
10-minute drive.
You have Pearland that is south of us, and there's another medical center down that way.
They do. They have a small medical center over
there. So
this
is the proximity of how close this is to the city of Houston, as well as being kind of a little bit on the outskirts, so you get better pricing for your money, better square foot for your money.
You do.
You can't beat it. So this is one of the areas that we love to invest in.
It is.
It's been booming with properties, being built left and right? Up and coming properties. So the appreciation is here for a property like this. And one of the things I wanted to touch on quick was the reason why these are popping up now is because of the Livable Places Ordinance that passed as of last year, November.
Correct. It's a pretty big deal for us Texans.
So the Livable Places Ordinance isn't necessarily about qualifying for a mortgage, but it's more so on the ordinance side, right? So it's more about what's allowed by your local city ordinance for you to build by right. So as of this Livable Places Ordinance passing, it allows us to put more home on smaller lots, right? So
the density.
So being able to put more homes on smaller lots allows us to get away with configurations like this, where you have a duplex and an ADU in the back. The reason why it was hard to do this before was primarily because of things like parking, and then maybe infrastructure requirements that were in place for drainage and water retention. So now with the Livable Places Ordinance, you can build a duplex. If it's 1,500 square feet per side or less, you only need 1 parking spot. The ADU in the back, if it's less than 1,000 square feet, you don't need any additional parking. So that means they only need to provide 2 parking spots for 3 units here, which allows them to fit this on this lot, which is a smaller, I believe it's about 5,000 square foot lot. And that's huge because now it allows us to do more units on these smaller lots.
Right.
Which is a little bit more affordable, a little bit more attainable at this price point.
Yes,
so
definitely.
The Livable Places Ordinance is new. In addition to the Livable Places Ordinance, we have lending guidelines that are changing to take advantage of these new laws that are being passed across the country.
And it's making it easier for people to be able to qualify for these types of loans. It's making it easier for people to be able to qualify and maybe buy multi-family property. Instead of just buying one house, like for example, this property here, you're buying 3 for the price of 1.
Yeah.
And it's easier for you to qualify. It's not as impossible as it would feel. It's not just for the wealthy. It's also for the everyday individual that's working hard and can qualify to buy a home. Why not buy 3 for the price of 1?
Yeah, and if you don't know, when you have additional units that you're buying, and if you intend to live in one,
this is awesome.
The other units as a lender, so I'm a licensed mortgage broker here in Houston, I'm able to take the additional projected rents from the other units. So what happens is when you go to buy a property, you're going to get an appraisal. The appraiser is going to actually give an opinion of what they believe the rents are going to be in that area
Projected rent.
for those additional units, right? So they're going to take we're going to take that number off the appraisal report, and we can use up to 75% of that to add to your income to help you qualify, because now it lowers your DTI.
How awesome!
Because now if you only had $2,000 of qualifying income per month. Now, if you're getting an additional revenue from the other units, we get to tack that onto your regular normal income, and it allows you to qualify for more home, because as a result, your DTI drops. So this is a huge solution, in my opinion, to the home affordability problem.
Yeah, definitely.
With single family, you got that one door and you're done. And if you're gonna rent it out, right? If they move out, it's vacant.
Exactly. And then you can only do that one tenant at a time.
Yeah.
Here you have so many different possibilities. Just imagine it with three houses for you to manage or live in as you prefer. You know, you can live in the
flexibility.
The flexibility.
Options,
Yeah, the options are just there for you. The possibilities are endless, as they say.
Right, like you could do, we do Airbnb, so you can do Airbnb.
You can do Airbnb.
One of the units, rent long term.
You can rent it to nurses. You know, there's a big, like we are this is the Houston Medical Center near us. Like it's only 10 to 15 minutes away. And it's world known. Imagine the nurses that come here on contract, they get a stipend to pay for their rent. One of these houses, even all three, could potentially go to all nurses.
Yeah.
You have so many different industries. You might even be able to. Another thing that's also becoming a big thing is what do they call it? Where you have the senior citizens renting out rooms. That's another industry that's coming big in Houston here too. Where you
is
can
that
have
assisted living? Right?
Assisted living. Yes, companies do that. So companies rent houses for assisted living individuals. Now those they pay about $2,000 per room.
And you got an ADU with 2 rooms.
Right.
And one of the big things about assisted living is they like to be on the first floor.
Right.
They don't like to have stairs, so this is perfect for that.
This is perfect for that. There's so many.
And it could be very lucrative.
It could for assisted living. Are you kidding me? Just the accessory dwelling unit alone has the potential to make about $4,000 in the assisted living industry.
Or even an aging parent, right?
Yes, an aging parent. Yeah. Like, let's say maybe you take care of your parents, and maybe your house is not big enough for all of you, and maybe let's say you have older kids that are going to college or maybe graduating high school. Maybe you want to gift them a home to help them get on their feet and save for their future career or save for their future house in the future. If you are a parent that is in this predicament, one home can be for your parents, another home can be for your children, the other home can be for you. Everyone would have the comfort of living in their own space.
Yeah. Sorry.
Close to each other. Yeah, get it. Thank you.
Eyelash was...
Get the eyelash.
Got it.
Thank you. See, this is why it's nice to work with your partner. That's okay. But what I was saying is, like, let's say that's you. I know lots of people who, live with their family, or are helping aging parents, have children that are getting older and don't want to, live at home anymore. A situation like this, property like this would be perfect for that type of scenario.
Yeah, if you have a kid that goes off to college, you can... for the portion of time they're in school, you rent it out short term, whatever.
When they come back,
let them come back for the summers. It's so much. That's what I think about multi-unit properties. There's so many options that you have if you have more than one door.
Right.
And one of the concepts, I recently wrote a book called "House Hacking the American Dream: Maximizing Cash Flow in an Unaffordable America."
I don't know how you fit all that information in that tiny book, but you did it.
But that's one of the key things. Is like the key concepts in the book is. One door is too close to none.
It is.
If you need to move and rent it out because you need to move for work or what have you, with a single family you have a lot less options.
Yeah.
But with a multi-unit, if it's already generating income,
so many
it's
options.
Already self-sustained.
You're already paying your mortgage.
Property.
You're already paying your mortgage like you would a normal house. 8 bedrooms, guys. This is the price of what one house would cost you. $5,999 is the cost of these 3 doors, these 3 homes.
And so, it's a great opportunity.
Excellent opportunity.
I think this is where we need to shift our mind to is multi-unit properties.
Yeah.
A lot of people may say, well, I don't want to buy a multi-unit, I want a single family. That's fine. If you can afford a single family home, ownership is better than renting. I will never agree with the fact that renting is better. There are way too many benefits with owning a property. But when you start getting into multiple units, not only can you scale your wealth faster, you get more equity pay down, Because if you don't need the income from the other properties and
Right.
you can still qualify for a regular home, imagine still having that income coming in.
From the other
and now
doors.
you just dump all that income into the principal portion of your mortgage. You could pay that property down in a matter of in a few
Quickly.
years versus, you know,
Right.
waiting for an entire 30-year mortgage to be paid off.
Not only that, but the value of the home is only going to appreciate over time.
Yeah.
So, you know, the prices of houses are not dropping. It's becoming more difficult for people to buy houses. It's becoming, you know, it seems more and more out of reach. I think the answer to that question is definitely investing into multi-family properties.
Yes.
A duplex, or even like this, it's a triplex.
Yeah, and a quad if you can. And
Quadplex.
there's actually, you know, I work with an architect here in Houston, and he's designed some really cool
Yes, he has. He's
quadplex
great.
properties
Yep.
that are going to be coming on the market. So look for those as well.
Definitely.
We'll share about that
Absolutely.
once those are in construction. But a 4-unit even is where you could kind of max out, because residential
And
financing
commercial. Right.
stops at 4 units. So
Correct.
the moment you go above 4 units, now you're in the commercial space.
Correct.
And because the new Livable Places Ordinance allows us to, you know, build these 1 to 4 units under the residential IRC building code, it allows us to save on some costs. So there's a lot of changes that they made to make this more affordable, more attainable. So this is going to start, you're going to see a lot more properties like this start hitting the market.
Yeah, it's very exciting.
And you don't want to miss out on the appreciation and upside. Guys, if the price right now is $600K, like I could see these properties end up being $1.2 million in no time. When we first started in Houston, in this Sunnyside area,
Oh, man, they didn't
we
have
built
this.
a duplex, a small duplex,
Yeah.
1 story for around I think it was all in, we were at 260, and that thing jumped to 460 within a matter of 2 years.
Yes.
So prices are not going down, guys.
No.
Like, if you might have corrections in real estate, but real estate always goes up. So
Yes.
you don't want to miss on that. One of the other things I wanted to say too is I wanted to touch on the fact that at this point there's no excuse. Like there's so much money out there available for people to get into homes. It's crazy.
Much more easier.
Right? Like
Yeah.
there's one of the things I wanna touch on is income, or not income, but down payment assistance stacking.
Yes.
Right? So this is
Yes.
something where I call it down payment assistance stacking because you get it from multiple places. You can get a down payment assistance program from like the city of Houston that
Correct.
now has probably almost up to
It's
over 50,000. I think it's doubled to like 100,000 in assistance for down payment. You can get a lender credit from me in order to help reduce your rate. And then a realtor like Diana can help negotiate a seller concession
Right.
to actually, cover your costs, your closing costs as well. You could do a 2-1 buy down, a rate buy down, which essentially allows you to, if your rate's at 6, we could drop it all the way down to a 4.
Right.
And the seller is paying for the cost of that. So
Exactly.
at this point, there's so many options, there's so many opportunities to get into properties. You really got to get with a lender, see what your financial
And a
situation
realtor.
looks like,
Yes.
and see what you can find
That
with
can
your
help you.
situation.
Definitely. So Levon and I, he is my preferred lender. If you are looking for a multifamily property to invest in, maybe you want to explore that option, please reach out to us.
Yes, definitely would love to help. You just have to make sure your team knows what they're doing.
Yeah.
You want to work with knowledgeable professionals that actually understand, how to make it work versus telling you that it's not going to work. How do we figure out a way to make your situation work? Whether that's credit repair suggestions,
Right, planning for the future.
Yeah, whether that's paying down certain credit cards or debts. There's certain rules that I can look at from a lending perspective in terms of excluding certain debt for certain situations. Like if your mother pays for or a family member pays for something on your credit and you no longer pay for it. There's certain guidelines that say you could exclude that from your debt to income ratio.
Yeah.
So you got to have someone that's knowledgeable about what the guidelines say, what modifications can be done, what techniques can be used.
Correct.
In order to get you financing.
Yeah, definitely. And we've been there ourselves, so we know what it takes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we know how it felt to
Yeah.
not really understand the process and understand what our options were.
Oh man, yeah.
Like remember the first home we
First
bought.
home we ever bought,
Like they were just like sign here and
Yeah,
be on your way.
And even afterwards, we felt like we didn't negotiate everything we could have negotiated.
Yeah.
We didn't have a realtor we were working with. In this scenario, like Levon said, we realtors can negotiate for you beyond just the price tag of the home.
Yeah.
There are some seller concessions. For example, this property here is offering a $5,000 seller concession. So that means when it comes to closing, that is a concession that is given to you by the person selling the home.
Yeah.
And then, like Levon said, he's got the lender credits that he can give. There's so many different possibilities. You just got to make sure you're working with the right knowledgeable people that know how to get you to the finish line.
And so you mentioned the medical center's there.
Yeah.
NRG's there.
Energy, downtown Houston, Texas.
You got
Museum
the
district,
airport right there.
The airport.
A lot of restaurants and eating to the north of us, and then also you have to the south of us.
Pearland, Texas.
Yeah.
Highway proximity.
A lot of shopping,
right
Costco,
here.
Sam's, HEB, everything you need is in this area.
Shopping centers, yeah. And it's up and coming too. So the growth, everywhere you go, you see
It's
the
evolving,
growth. And
yes.
we always say get there before the growth happens, because when the growth happens and
It's
then
too
you
late.
get there, the price tag is going to speak for itself, and it's going to just go
It's
up.
too
So
late. You don't want to get here
Right.
when this costs $1.2 million.
get here now.
You want to get here,
while
pay the
it's
$600,000 and bank the $600K in equity.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so-
$5,999 for 3 houses, guys.
Yeah, I mean, even us, like we built 2 duplexes
Yeah.
nearby, and our duplex is appraised for $600,000.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
we have those are larger
They're bigger than
duplexes,
these.
so that's why it's higher.
Right.
But you're still getting a duplex and
Yeah.
a third unit for pretty much the same price.
Amazing.
So this is a steal. I definitely think
Definitely.
you should check it out if you're in the market for sure.
Yeah, give us a shout. And also, before we end, I think we should definitely give a shout. Oh yeah, we're going to be highlighting some builds, right?
Yeah, so we, one of the big things for us is, we love quality builders.
Yes, we do.
We don't like these big builders that are building cardboard houses.
Paper mache houses.
Paper mache garbage.
No.
I'm not a fan of that.
Yeah.
So I don't push people towards new construction unless I've kind of vetted
Right.
the builder and their
Right.
build quality. And we happen to find a builder on the south side of Houston that is building some homes
Beautiful
in
homes.
a beautiful subdivision. I think they have 100 plus homes that are coming that are going to be
They do.
built.
And they build fast.
And their homes are very nice, high
Nice
quality.
quality.
So we'll probably be documenting that.
Yeah.
Tarada Homes was the name of
Terrata
it.
Homes,
Yes.
yeah,
So
located
we're-
in Sienna is the one that we were looking
Yeah, so
at.
we're gonna document that and bring you guys some more information on that, because we're builders as well, so we're big on quality
And we like to share.
and longevity, right? Because
Yeah.
we build and hold.
Definitely.
That's what we do.
And this is your nest egg. This is your investment. So we want to be able to guide those that are looking for new construction homes and maybe don't know what they're looking for. We want to
Yeah.
help you there. I also tell people, like I tell my clients, if you just want to get into a home and quality, like maybe the build, like the... What can we say? Like probably the quality of the home is not like a
Absolutely.
big deal to you. That's okay.
And that's fine. You
that's
can buy
fine.
whatever you want, but we're big on quality.
We are big on
I remember
quality.
when we were buying
Yeah.
a duplex, and it wasn't the greatest quality, but we were like pulling down the attic, and the realtor was
Looking
like,
in there, the realtor was
was like, "Oh, you guys are buyers." Like,
He said, Diana, are you taking your shoes off to go into the attic?
Oh, absolutely.
I said, absolutely. I absolutely am
We
going
want to
into
know
the
what's
attic.
behind these walls. So,
and it was
it's
up to our
important.
standards. It was
Yeah.
up to our standards. But that's okay. That's okay if that's all you can afford. Like there are builders out there that they don't build to the highest standard. They're big time builders, but they have beautiful houses too. So if you want to get into that, I can still help you get into that. But we recommend the good quality builds.
And one of the big concepts that I share in my book as well is the fact that if you can't afford a higher quality home per se, build your home. Maybe you go the
possible.
harder route, you go the little bit longer route, but you can build a home for cheaper than you
It's
can
so
buy
much
one.
fun to build. I think everyone should build a home.
Yeah, I mean,
you can.
You're
It's attainable.
you're essentially getting 30% off of retail with the way that we calculate financing for new construction. The bank typically won't even lend past a certain number.
Yeah.
So if you keep your costs low and you build yourself, you could potentially save quite a bit off of retail. So if you want to learn more about new construction or even just low down payment programs that are available for you to build something like this, a multi-unit property, or get something existing and gut it and renovate it, You can use low down payment FHA 203K
Yes,
loans
yes.
or conventional
there.
home style loans,
They're out
and
there.
and they'll help you to do that.
Definitely. And
So-
and you can wrap the cost of the build into the loan also,
Yes,
can't you?
and the land as well.
Yeah.
It's a little tricky to do the land, wrapping the land in there, but you have to get a realtor that's willing to negotiate in order for that to get done. But it is possible.
I'll negotiate with you.
Yeah. So, definitely reach out to us.
Yeah.
I'm the mortgage broker of Multicultural Mortgage.
Diana Woods, your Texas realtor.
Yes, I'm Levon, the lender builder. I'm the lender, and I can build as well. So, I know the start to finish, the end to end of what you're going to expect, what the next steps are going to be, so that you don't get blindsided
Yes.
about anything. I try to educate and I try to be an advisor. Wealthy individuals have financial advisors. When you're making the biggest purchase of your life,
You need an advisor.
which is a home, you need a mortgage advisor, and I'd love to be that for you. Definitely reach out. Find me online.
Yeah.
I'm on IG on LW CEO. You're on IG.
I think it's oh my gosh, D Woods 85.
Well, find me. You'll find her.
If you find him, you'll find me.
And-
And I'm a little bit biased, but I highly recommend Levon.
Yeah,
Not
she's
just
biased, but
because
but
he's my
thank you.
husband, but
Yes.
he is so knowledgeable. He knows so much about the industry, not only with the loans, but also with new construction, with multifamily. I too am experienced with multifamily new construction. I am his boots on the ground whenever we have projects
Yes.
going on.
She's cracking the whip on these construction workers and putting her foot down and letting them know we need
You got
this.
to make sure it
need
gets
this
done. It's got to get done.
ASAP.
It's got to get done. It's got to get done right.
She's a great person. She'll make sure that she works hard for you. So
Oh,
definitely reach
thank
out
you,
to her if you're looking to get your next property. So
We'd love to help.
just check out the book if you have a chance. House Hacking the
Definitely.
American Dream.
love the
There's a
title.
lot of jam-packed information in here. It also has the audio book as well. So keep an eye out for
Yeah.
that. And we're going to be trying to bring you guys more content, show you some
Yep.
potential properties out here that could be built on. So
Or
we're
that
also
could be purchased.
yeah, that could be purchased to be built on. So we'll do some content showing you guys what's possible as well. Maybe even drop some 3D renderings on it to kind of show
that'd
you
be
what's
cool.
possible. So maybe that'd
Yeah.
be cool. If that's something you'd like to see, definitely
Stay
comment and like and share this
Please.
video. This is on YouTube.
Yeah.
Subscribe. If this is on Instagram, give us a follow. So
Yeah, we'll follow you back.
We'll be putting it everywhere. And our biggest thing this year is to try to just educate and put more content out there so that we can
Definitely.
educate more people.
Yeah, we're trying to share the information that we didn't have when we got started.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of times too, what stops us is like feeling like it's not perfect enough for you guys. Feeling like it doesn't look like we want it to look like for you
perfectionists.
guys. We are big perfectionists, but one thing
That's out the window now.
Yeah.
I'm just going to be putting stuff
Yeah.
out. Hopefully you like it. If
Yes.
you don't like it,
give us
it's all
feedback.
good.
Give us feedback, or you don't have to heart it if you don't like it.
All right, guys. So we're going to show you this awesome property. We're going to
Yes.
cut to some B-roll of this, and we hope you enjoy it.
Yeah.